this video is about legacy. I was inspired by something Mr. Sega Lives said in his Pragmata video, in his video on Low Tier God. Had to think for a moment to make sure I didn't get his name wrong. And before any of his fans come and attack me like they did in my last video, this is not about him. He's just who inspired me to make this video. Because, what's the point of legacy? Obviously, I could see wanting to preserve the legacy of the guy who figured out a way to solve world hunger or finds a cure for cancer. I can see why you would want to preserve the legacy of those people. But for the average person, why does legacy matter? It's not like we're gonna make it. It's not like. Look, the majority of us human beings are more than likely not gonna make it into the history books. You have to do something. The only way you'd make it into the history books is if you do something, well, obviously significant into world history going forward. Like, say, a world leader. Which, again, as a world leader, I can see wanting to preserve legacy. But, why are average people who, let's face it, aren't gonna make it most of us aren't even gonna be a footnote in the history books. Our names will not be mentioned at all. Again, do you think the average, farmer, construction worker, the people who work these jobs that are important, do you think the people who work these important jobs are going to be in the history books? Well, no, of course not. Not because they're not someone who has major influence. Hell, even YouTubers, even their legacy is sort of, well, not meaningless, but it's okay, in 100 years, who's gonna remember me? Okay, I'm positive, almost certain, no one will remember me in the next 100 years. And honestly, who's gonna remember? And when it comes to YouTubers, other YouTubers, even very famous ones, well, who's gonna remember them? Realistically, who's gonna remember them in in the next uh in the next 100 years. I mean, because eventually, I mean, sure, they may be famous now. I'm sure they may be famous now. Oh, but, well, fame is fleeting, is it not? I mean, hell, there are actors, writers, and so on, who we probably don't know, who we probably don't remember because, well, it's been so long since they've been relevant to anything. Because, so, like, why are people like, why are people so obsessed with legacy? So, I don't get why people are so obsessed with legacy. Because, like, realistically, if you're an average person, no one's gonna remember you in the next 100 years. I mean, and again, unless you do something significant. And this is about most content creators. I mean, look, sure, there are some people who've created something that have stood the test of time, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I mean, that book is over 100 years old. And people still know what Frankenstein is. But I mean, for every Mary Shelley, there's probably hundreds, if not millions, of other creators out there who go by the wayside. It's sad, but it's realistic. Because, let's face it, legacy means nothing unless you're someone significant. And even then, if you really think about it, someday all human life will be gone. And like someday, if you think about it, someday all human life will disappear. I mean, it doesn't matter what we do, we'll eventually go extinct. There will be no humans left to remember the achievements of people who have done significant things in the world. I mean, whatever comes after us, to whatever civilization could possibly come after we're gone, we would probably be nothing but a mere footnote. Note to them. In their history. Like we as a species would be, to this hypothetical civilization after mankind, to them would be like what the dinosaurs are to us. Like the dinosaurs, or the cavemen, or, other historical time periods are to us. Because, well, eventually everything fades. Everything fades to dust. I mean, even figures like, even after a long time, figures like Alexander the Great, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, eventually all those people all of them will be forgotten. I mean, sure, it probably won't be for hundreds, if not thousands of years from now, but eventually everything will be forgotten. Because again, we will eventually die. So what is the point of legacy? Really? I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me why people care about something that realistically will probably be insignificant after a century, if not more, for most people. I mean, if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments. But please, try to be nice about it. Oh, who am I kidding? Considering the comments on my last video, I'll probably be ripped to shreds for daring to say that something like legacy is insignificant, even though that's not really what I'm trying to say. Hey. But I don't know. Hell, this video will probably have people tearing me a new one because I dared to mention Mr. Sega Lives Again. Even though, unlike my last video, this has barely anything to do with him. And unlike my last video... Wait, did I just say... And, yeah, this is another unscripted video. Maybe I will try to script them next time. But this is just something I had to get off my chest. I think I'm gonna end it here.